Welcome to the Bag Hack Digest. Walk, 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 walk. Hi everyone, it's Trina. Back to you with a review, finally, of my Chanel WOC. Ooh. So there's a lot to say about this bag, and indeed a great deal of it has already been said on YouTube. There are so many reviews on this. So it took me a while to figure out what I was gonna say about this bag. And I just figured I'd give you an in-depth review of what this bag means to me, because I think I might have a bit of a different perspective on the WOC. This particular model is, I think, from the 80s. It's from the Travel Line. It's not my my unicorn bag. It's not, the one I really want is the Trendy WOC in black caviar. The Trendy WOC is a bit more expensive. They're all expensive. It has a plate on the front and it has a turn lock instead of a snap. And that's the first issue I have with this, is the snap. I think when you stuff it, this tends to come open, and fiddling around to try and find the snap to open and close it is a bit of a pain. However, the Trendy WOC, though it does have that lovely closure and the nice panel on the front, and also the ability to make it a double strap like this is now, but a little more fashionable and more sturdy because it's got holes in the side. It doesn't have a back closure. And a lot of people who own WOCs claim that the Mona Lisa Smile closure is useless, they don't use it. This particular model has a zip closure, but either way, a zip closure or Mona Lisa Smile little pocket, I do and would use those, because my my house key is actually a card, like so. So that's perfect to get in and out of quickly. And I also need a transit card, not so much where I live now, but certainly if I do go into town at night, and that's what I predominantly do use these kinds of small bags for, is a night on the town. I won't be taking my car because I don't want to drink and drive. So having transport card in here is great. It's really accessible, easy, and fast. I don't have to open everything up to find the card. So I like having back pockets on small bags. The Travel Line from Chanel is probably the most affordable used bag line you can get from Chanel, because it's probably, you know, they wear a little bit less well, I suppose, than a lot of the leather bags. But this one, I mean, it's in fair condition. It does look worn. It's got scuffing on the edges here. The lame leather, the beautiful leather lining, does show some wear here. It's got this part here on the inside is starting to come off, and also on the zippered section it's starting to open up here. So it's definitely got some damage, but it's still in perfectly usable condition. You can find these online for a much better price than you can for used leather WOCs. It does not have the Chanel symbol. It's very understated, but underneath, I don't know if you can see here, but it does have the Chanel symbols here. Now, I've wanted a WOC for years, and I didn't know if it was gonna be good enough for me. I never tried one on in store. I was thinking of getting a replica. I'm very much against replicas, but I'm not against dupes per se. So I thought, oh, well, maybe I'll just get a dupe and try that out, and if I like it, then I will get a Chanel WOC. But as it turns out, I found this very affordable priced WOC online in Japan, and I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna get a real one, be satisfied with it. I bought a real one, and I'm sort of satisfied with it. At the end of the day, I think it's better to hold out and get what you really want. But the thing with bags, guys, is that what you want, it changes over time. So I don't know. I don't know if I would pay a ridiculous amount of money for a WOC. Don't know if I'm gonna keep this one for a few issues that I'm gonna talk about later. Oh, it's such a tricky thing, isn't it? Okay, the main problem with this bag for me, the main problem is the strap length. I'm big, I'm tall. This particular model has a shorter chain strap by about 1 inch than the regular WOCs. I didn't know that when I purchased this. I will put all the dimensions, including the strap drop and the strap length and the size of the bag, in the description box below. My particular WOC in comparison to other information I found online, if that's of help to you. I think for most people, you don't have to be so picky, but for me, being so tall and big, it's a big issue. It's really hard for me to find straps that fit comfortably crossbody, especially tiny bags, because when you have a bigger bag, if you have a shorter strap, it's okay because the bag will take up the rest of the length. But if you're a big woman and this bag is too short for you, you just end up looking like you're wearing something that's too small for you, in my opinion. Now, some people like to wear these things shorter. I like to have my crossbody bags such that I can extend my arm and then the bottom of the bag will be like this or like that around there. This one fits just below my waist crossbody, and that to me doesn't look so good. And even if this were the proper full length size, I still think it would be too short. On this particular model, you can see that the chain works, the two ends are wrapped around each side, like so. So I was thinking at one point what I could do is detach this and add some sort of leather piece in it. I'm just so hesitant to destroy this piece though. I mean, it's just so beautiful as it is. When I do wear it, I tend to wear it as a clutch when I put all the straps together in 3. I think that looks really nice and it fits really well. Or I wear it on my shoulder. Crossbody, I will use it when I'm on my bicycle or walking around. It does fit a lot, and people who claim that it doesn't fit a lot, they just need to carry smaller stuff. So how I generally carry this is I'll have my phone in the front section here. I could also fit cash, but I find that this protects my phone and it fits perfectly, so I end up doing that. And then in the zippered section is where I keep my cash. And in this section here, it's a bit too short for cash, but if I'm traveling, I'll put my passport there. Although if I want it more secure, I could put it in this pocket here, which goes all the way down to the back, which is wonderful. That's where you would keep your card or like a small key or emergency stuff as well. Very discreet and very secure. And it has 6 slide slots in the back for your cards. But I find in this particular model anyway, that I have 12 cards in this bag. I have 2 in the bottom sections, and in the top slot here on either side, I've managed to fit 2 or 3 cards. So it fits quite a lot. And then of course there's the back section too that you can use. This is what I typically carry in the main compartment of the bag. I have my vape stick, which I don't always carry, but when I'm going out in the town, sure, I like to have a vape when I'm having a drink. So this comes with me and it takes up a big chunk of space in my bag, but it's a mini version, no problem. I have a generous size compact. Don't have to have this, but in the summertime, definitely. I have a couple of contact lenses because I can actually fit my glasses on top and switch it out later if I want to. I have a tiny little perfume. I sometimes carry bigger ones. I have my key fob if I am driving. If I'm going out in the town though, I don't need this. I have a coin purse, and I have a lipstick, and all of that fits in here with room to spare. I can also fit, if I'm going out in the day, I can fit my sunglasses or my prescription sunglasses right on top. No problem. So it's quite generous. Then I could switch out a few things. I could put a bigger perfume. I always like to carry a perfume with me. And I could even carry this mini clay here, this clay. And this is not where I keep my cards because I got my cards in here now. But I do have an iPod shuffle and a few bits and bobs, and I could switch that out. But generally speaking, for the WOC, the idea is that you don't want to carry any additional case type stuff because everything is built in, and that's what I really like about the WOC when compared to other wallet on chains and other small bags, is all this built-in functionality. You really have to make use of that, I think, and then just sludge everything else in on top. So we'll put all this stuff back in here. And you know, it may be some creativity is involved for some of you to fit stuff in, but because all my items are small, it's pretty easy for me, I find. There's my sunglasses on top. I mean, this has got, and it closes no problem. Everything's in there Now this is stretched out a little more than perhaps some WOCs are when they're leather. This lambskin leather is very pliable, and this is well worn, well old. I never have had a problem with keeping this closed on this particular model. I think it's a fantastic little bag. I'm just so disappointed that the strap isn't long enough for me. Here we got another plane, hold on. And this strap drop is 23 inches. Yeah, again, check below. I put them in centimeters and in inches for you. 23 inches is not good. I've discovered that 26 inches strap drop for me on a small bag is optimal. I have a Stella McCartney clutch bag, similar size, which is about that. For some reason it's longer. Maybe it's 25. It might be 25 inches. So 25, that is the shortest I think I'd like to go on a WOC. And apparently other WOCs, the classic style, are a 25-inch strap drop, which might be good. I think I'm gonna have to go into a store and check for myself, because the information I found on the net has not been consistent with these. This bag, it's popular because I think of its versatility, even though it is tiny. Obviously you can't carry the kitchen sink in here, but it is surprising when you're willing to be flexible what you can fit. There's many ways to wear it. You know, you can wear it crossbody, full strap, or shoulder, full strap. You can put, if you're a little bit shorter, you could just take these two straps, cross them over like that, and that takes off a little bit of length, like that, and then you could wear it crossbody or shoulder length like that, and then not crossing it underneath, but actually taking a full strap around, like so. Then you're doubling it up like this, and for me this is too short to be worn. My God, I was filmed during bloody plane hour. Now, doubling it up like this is good for most people to wear under the arms, like as a shoulder bag. For me, it's a little bit too tight, so I would prefer to stretch it out like this to wear on my shoulder if I wanted a shorter version. And I think for most people, this is going to be too short for a crossbody. You could double it up yet again, and then you have three, or sorry, am I doing that right? This is a cute way to wear it. I like to wear it like this most of the time. You can fiddle around with the straps and wear it different ways, like carrying it like this, or one a little shorter, two a little shorter, and make a lot of different variations for a little carry bag. And it looks great. It's the fourth plane. Some people don't like this mechanism here for attaching the strap to the bag. It's not detachable, and it seems ridiculous to carry around this chain in your bag when you're not needing it. And true enough, but most people I think do use this as a crossbody, and it's very secure to have this type of attachment here if you're using it as a strap, a crossbody. It can't accidentally fall off. No one can cut it or pinch it. It's very secure. So that's the good point of this. And of course the bad point is, for a case like me, if it were detachable, I could put another longer strap that would suit me better onto the bag. So there's pros and cons there. For people who say that this bag is too long, for you petite people out there, I don't know, I think it's adjustable enough that it should work for you. I don't know, some people are worried about the wear and tear on the corner here from the strap, but look at this bag. I mean, this is 30 years old, and yeah, there's some scuffing here, but my gosh, it's in great condition. I mean, I don't know how the former user, how many times the former user took advantage of this bag. When I got it, it was a bit musty. It's still, no, I think I got most of it out. Maybe they didn't use it that much, I don't know, but I think this wears surprisingly well, and for the price these suckers cost, it shouldn't it, really? If the strap is the ideal size, I like this attachment, because I probably wouldn't wear it with the straps put inside the bag, so that's one good thing. Another thing that I like about having this attachment to the bag like this is that, I don't know, it fits so perfectly and it swings nice. I had another model, what was it, the Proenza Schooler bag, and the chain I had put onto it through a mechanism like that swung too readily and it irritated me. But the friction on this is perfect. It'll stay in place, and yet if you move enough, it'll move with you. And I like that. I think it's just such a well-designed bag, and very classic style Chanel WOCs. I don't think there's many versions of them, but I don't think they'll ever go out of style. I think they'll be around for a while, so good resale value. I'm pretty sure if I wanted to, I could sell this for a profit. I'm not sure if I want to sell it yet. I also like this thing going all the way down to the back of the bag. I think that's a fantastic design. Really like that. I do think the trendy model that I'm so fond of right now doesn't perhaps go all the way down to the back. Not sure. Have to see some other reviews. If you know, please comment below. I have a love-hate relationship with this bag. I don't reach for it as much as I would like to. Basically, that's because I don't find it looks great on me crossbody. I do love tiny little crossbody bags. I actually have a total of 4 tiny crossbody bags like that. They all have their pros and cons. I think ultimately, for me personally, the WOC, if it had a longer strap, would be ideal. Opening and closing this bag, I tend to put 2 fingers around the edges so that I don't damage it. It's pretty easy to get in and out of. Right now I'm looking down on it, putting it back together here, but generally speaking, I don't find it hard to open and close, and it doesn't snap open because I don't, I guess, stuff it too much. You've seen what I put in it. I personally think this is quite a bit of stuff in here. I'm filming right now with a Canon GX7, and boy would it be nice to fit that GX7 into this bag. I actually haven't tried to put it in. I'm sure it could fit in actually. Just looking at the width of it. I can't do that on camera, but I think it could fit, but I think it would also take up the bulk of the space in here, and I probably wouldn't end up doing that. I carry what I carry now, and then perhaps carry the camera with me, or just use a bigger bag. But everything else I need, apart from an umbrella, yeah, fits in. It's all good. But hopefully I've conveyed to you everything I want to share about my WOC, and hope the information is of value to you. Okay, Bag Hag signing out. Have a lovely day.